Welcome back to another episode of This Is Us, looking at the eyes of the homunculus, and we are about to explore that town even further, because why not? I figured out that there are some chests on the balconies of those buildings, and sometimes I find them, and I hope sometimes it means all the time, because then I don't need to look around the place a second time around. So let's be further and explore everything in here. Starting with this book, the Flower Ballad. And she just cleans the place. Perfect. So yeah, I talked to her, then I went out the building, and then I'm going up. Okay. Wait. You could hide some item down there too. Ooh. Jifang, boss, Wen bookhouse. Oh, there are books. Where's the... That's weird. There we go. You're buying or not? I'm kind of buying. I'm picking up. No, wait a minute. One bookhouse notice. What's on there? No running, shouting, folly, noise making. Oh. Dirty hands or dog earring bugs. Pay first, read later. So, Jifang. Find one you like. Please pay over here. I want to know about the one-wing bookhouse. Strange. Most people who come here are looking for books, not the book house itself. Anyway, my husband is the one with a bit of a thing for collecting old books, but he doesn't earn any money. That's why I opened this place. Got to make a living somehow. No, that's not the thing. Okay, what was option number... What else does she have? Any recommendations? Let's see. If you like poetry, humor from Tiantian, humor from Tiantian is selling well at the moment. Seems to have a mass appeal. If you are a visitor in town, you might enjoy records of Juyi. It's not for the faint-hearted though. Let's go with the records. You seem like you could handle it, so see what you think of it. Records of Feiyun, stone beasts. Take it with you if you want, and just bring it back when you get sick of it. I won't hold my breath though. I've had plenty of customers who borrow books and don't return them. Oh shit. So, pick them out yourself. When you find one you like, pay here. Ooh. Okay, when I'm at like more than 100,000, I will definitely have a little bit of a shopping spree here just to get the missing editions. But not now. Now I have to conserve my Mora. Gal Fi. Like I was saying, if we want structural reconfigurability, we'll need an unbelievably strong material, but we'd also compromise on the strength of the joints. Metal fatigue is a fact you can't work around though. This is only an issue because you blindly insist that the super armored mechanoid must be reconfigurable. Stupid. If the super armored mechanoid isn't flexible enough, then it's just a sitting duck. Granted, the design ethos is for this to serve as the ultimate defensive super weapon, but ultimately seaworthiness and flight readiness are key functionalities that we cannot ignore. The only way this is ever going to act as a deterrent against people from other nations trying to invade Liu is if it has actual capabilities to reach every corner of Teyvat. Well... How about we switch up the design a little, separate the body from the movable components. By using discrete external components to achieve the functions of amphibious transportation and flight, we bypass the issue of metal fatigue and negate the requirement for reconfigurability at the structural level entirely. I like this train of thought. I do. It's just that this will limit the effective range for combat and the reconfiguration will be irreversible. And now they're just running home. Like I was saying, if you do metal fit. Alright. So, I think I have to change the time of day again. This is not the time of day setting. This is. There we go. There are certain times when the NPCs are actually available. Wait a minute, shouldn't it be daytime now? There we go, sun's coming up. Took a little while. Oh, you should look at this thing. And this other... Ooh, you made it. Verses of Equilibrium, nice. Oh, there's another one. No. The smooching dude is all about, yeah, metal fatigue. Don't talk to the kids, like this is just a wall of text to get thrown at you. Yeah, this other kid is just gone now. Like, the moment it gets dark, they go home. That's pretty sweet. It's just not that cool if there's a dialogue happening. And it still continues. And it still continues even if the kid isn't there yet. So... that's a bit weird.
Yep.
Ooh, chest. Happy little accidents. Oh, you could also see this from here. That's nice. See this? You could see the chest from here and also from over there. That makes this really neat. Because sometimes you can only see objects from a singular perspective. Bollocks, I can't get up there. Let's hope the flower works this time. Hey! Nice. Yeah, from a singular perspective, and it's really difficult to get into this perspective. Therefore, you won't even know that this item existed, or that this chest ever existed. That's not good. Let's see, with a bit of luck. Yeah, not that much luck this time. Okay. Let's just cross that bridge. Hey. Hey. Nothing there. Okay, let's just... That's strange. I could have at least hidden a chest over here. Otherwise it's... Doesn't really explain why you have this little extrusion there. Fun error, yeah. Funny. So, or maybe it's a fan. Yeah, it's a fan. That was fantastic. What a blast. Hello. Listen to this. It's a real blast. Hello. I told you to shh. That could be possibly... what could you possibly want that can't wait until the story is finished? The storyteller. The team master, tragically, the Grand Master of the Zhijhua Brotherhood, then ate that fateful date, and the stone became... stone became lodged in this throat. He bravely fought for his life deep into the night until finally the hero of a generation became a legend of all time. For those that wish to listen, I shall now proceed with the tale of the Crux's death, defying struggle against the wrath of the ocean. The name of the young lady who served as the Crux's captain was Baido. She stood 6 foot tall and was built burlier than the burliest man you've ever seen. She was clad in fiery red clothing from head to foot and had a fierce look in her eyes that pierced like lightning. Does this sound like an ordinary person to you? No, you're absolutely right. Baido was indeed no ordinary person. But without further ado, let us dive deep into the details of Baido's legendary battle against the formidable sea monster Haishan. Baido was a force to be reckoned with. She pulled Haishan towards her with her left hand as she clenched her right hand into a fist and prepared to strike. You will rue the day you dare to challenge the crooks. Baido roared with rage as she slammed her fist into the Haishan's face with the force of an iron mace. Haishan's head tore open and blood oozed out, turning the sea red as far as the eye could see. Haishan, that colossal whale, had never seen such a thing in all the 7 seas. Struggling with all his might, he broke free and turned to dive back into the ocean depths. Wow. In a flash, Baido disappeared without a trace beneath the billowing waves. As the crew looked out upon the crimson-colored ocean, there was no telling Haishan's blood from that of Baido. Fear for the fate of their captain coursed through their veins, but they dared not act in haste. The stalemate dragged on hour after hour for the better part of the day, and then suddenly a deafening sound like rumbling thunder filled the skies. I trust you all wish to know how the story proceeds. Listen closely, for all will be revealed in the next chapter. Can you tell another story? Another one, but I was just getting to the good part in the Wrath of Haishan. I'll tell you what, I was going to narrate this one sometime soon. It's Legend of the Shattered Halberd. If you're that desperate for a new story, you can take it. But I must say, reading a book can't compare to the experience of having it narrated to you by a professional orator. So I would encourage you to come and listen in some time. Gu Brotherhood, listen, Gu Brotherhood, Grand Scholar, impressed polite to follow fair face and keen eye, wielding the sword and the scroll alike he wanted for. Oh, it's a different one. Like the visage of the Gu Brotherhood. Though the clan had fallen far, indeed none of its members had ever ceased fighting for justice. And so, one day, as the young hero passed through the stone forest of Feiyun Cast, he heard voices calling to each other through the mountain's mist. The merchants with him were scared to death. It was all over. They were beset by bandits. But the hero, unflustered, unsheathed his blade, the poem on his lips, and hearing his words, the bandits in the shadows too were befuddled. Whoa, what's also is that? But in truth, the young hero was no thaumaturg. He spoke thus precisely in order to confound the villains while he marshaled the power of his vision. Now, this is not well known, but the Guhua clan's way of the rain cutter is the art of forming blades out of water, countering hard blows with soft strikes. When one of these scoundrels saw the lad defenseless, he moved to strike. But before he knew it, the sound of ringing blades echoed in his ears. He looked and beheld 10 swords now hung in the air, each made of coalesced water. The saying goes, the essence of rain dews grows cold, and fear grips the heart of villains' blood. In a flash, each scoundrel was struck down in their turn by these swords, and there they lay, groaning and begging for their lives. Alright, but the young hero did not grow lax, for he heard a rustling in the bamboo forest, sound most ominous, and indeed another pair of eyes watched him from within. Now, who was this interloper? All shall be revealed in the next telling. Wow, need some water. Jesus Christ. It's a really interesting story. Really interesting indeed. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't this the iron ore vendor dude? Gentry Maocai. You can see how that Dr. Liu has made a name for himself as one of Liu's top orators. That part about the Guhan clan plague getting smashed, killed me. You can say that again, although with the likes of you in the audience, I'm hardly surprised that he was giving it all he had. My last attendant, the guy before you, was a Guhua guy. Couldn't use a blade or bow to save himself. Learned some kinda leg-based kung fu. From day one, he was always boasting to me how his legs of steel, as he called them, could carry him 1,000 miles. I mean, who would be able to keep up with you, sir, if they didn't have a little endurance? Anyway, so that kid of mine had just reached that age where they run around the house screaming their heads off, you know, driving everyone crazy. So I go to this Guhua lad and I say, "Oi, legs of steel, take this kid out for a ride in this sedan chair and don't come back till he says he's had enough. Your young one is certainly gifted with boundless energy, sir. Destined to follow in your footsteps, that's for sure." You can probably guess what happened next. My kid makes it the longest sedan chair ride of his life. Keeps the Guhua lad running for 3 days and 3 nights straight. No food, no water, no sleep. When he finally gets back to the house, he slumps down on the floor and you can just tell these legs of steel are not going anywhere for me ever again. He just sits there, motionless, with this stony expression on his face, like he's impersonating a statue of Guhua's founder or something. Guys like that, honestly, good thing I got you in to replace him. Oh, sir, you do tell the funniest anecdotes. I can just imagine him sitting there in the lotus position like some kung fu master statue, probably the closest he ever got to enlightenment. Yeah, tell you what though, I do miss having him around sometimes. Those 3 days were the most peaceful I've had in a long time. Hey, come to think of it, don't you have a sedan chair carrier license too? What are you suggesting, sir? Oh. I needed to switch to the daytime yet again. It's always the same speed, it doesn't go... Like, when is the sun... No, wait a minute, see that? The shadow. Usually, the time change happens while the clock is ticking and not shortly after. Anyway. Yeah, wait a minute, where did I come from? Where did I go? I kinda lost... I'm kinda lost right now. Wait a minute. How did I get here? I just went up and up and up and up and up and up. Then I went up here with the storyteller dude. And then there might be stuff there. And there are these two. Ah, okay, yeah, wait a minute. I went up here. Ah, ha 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 ha. Alright, what else do we have? Yi Xian. Come on, Yicheng, there's a good girl. It's home time. I'm not going home. I'm going to look for Mummy. But Mummy isn't coming home. Ah, why won't Mummy come home? Does Mummy not love us anymore? Hey, don't say such silly things. But I don't... I know I saw the lady with black clothes bring Mummy here. Yicheng, what happened was Mummy is one of... the stars in the sky now. Ooh. You mean Mummy isn't sleeping anymore? You're lying. I don't believe you. I'm telling the truth. Yi Xian, listen. How about you wait till nighttime and I take you up onto the roof. Then we see the starlight. You will feel Mummy's loving eyes looking down. She's talking to another person. Maybe it's this one? Or maybe the other person is missing? I don't know. It could be. That's kind of a sad story. Hey, another chest. Another pile of trash. Oh my goodness. Okay, that can take another few minutes. So, examine board. Seems like there's a board outside Wangsheng funeral parlor with lots of blank wooden tiles hanging from it. What are they for? Never mind, I'm not sure. I want to find out. Ah. Huh. I thought this was like those, like this message board in yeah, what was this message board? Yeah, the Feiyun village. Zhijhua, no, Yicheng. Come on, Yi Xian, there's a good girl. It's home to... Oh! Those two, okay. Why is he down here? Why is he not up there? I think the moment you switch the time, then you kind of stop the movement of certain characters. At least if they do move. Like sometimes they go from one place to another, and sometimes they just disappear all... Yeah, they just disappear. And I think if they disappear, everything works out. But if they move, then they don't know where they are, and they are as lost as me right now. Wait, who are you? Waitress, Xingxi kiosk. Ah. Welcome to the Xingxi kiosk. May I have the table number of your reservation? I haven't booked. Can you squeeze me in? The Xingxi kiosk is the most popular restaurant in Liu Harbor for Yu-style cuisine, and we only have a limited number of tables at specific hours of the day. So unfortunately, we tend to book up around 3 months ahead of time. This has been the situation for quite some time now. After all, the Xingxi kiosk is an enduring favorite among true fans of classic Yu-style seafood. I'm afraid everyone has to wait their turn, even employees. My husband and our children are still waiting for their lucky day too. It's no surprise this place is so popular. It's the most authentic Yu cuisine you will find anywhere. So Li and Yu. The left one was Li and this one is Yu. So certainly, please take a pick, and we got the full moon egg recipe. Expensive AF. Wait, what? Oh, and there's another board. What is this one? A bulletin board. So, Feiyun Slow Bulletin Board. This is the Feiyun Slow Bulletin Board. You can find community news and shop advertisements posted here. Please do not post unimportant matters. It has now been determined that the cause of the water pollution, tragically, was a young female taking her own life at the water source. The Millilith would like to extend their sincere condolences to the victim's family. Out of respect for the privacy of the victim and the family, we will not publish her name. This is the Feiyun Slow Bulletin Board. Come be enamored by our bright jade shining with the vibrance of the moon and our dazzling gold flickering with the shine of the stars. And this time we will only be accepting purchases by reservation for jewelry and large gemstone wares. We apologize for any inconvenience. Excuse me, do you have any pairs of the glazed belt hook in stock? Sorry, we are currently out of stock. We can reserve a pair for you that we will make once our ore gem inventory is replenished. I am but a fool with no understanding of business and no proper job, instead spending my days freely wielding my sword to actually help those in need. If my impetuousness has offered any respected merchants, I do apologize. Why? Not respected, offended, I think. I don't know. Why has the young master spoken thus? The Feiyun Commerce Guild is one of the pillars of Liu. Why spoil a peaceful friendship over a small matter such as this? Furthermore, young master proficient in the way of the Guhua clan and accomplished in gallant deeds, even if you are unaware of the merchant's livelihood, you certainly must respect it for its accomplishments. The young master should worry less about the affairs of others. And if any residents see a zombie child out in the middle of the night doing stretches or gathering herbs on the mountain, please don't be alarmed. Her name is Kiki and she's a student of medicine who helps out at the Boo Boo Pharmacy. She's completely harmless. Baizu, Boo Boo Pharmacy. Life and death are up to fate. Why delay the inevitable? Why suffer to live alongside one who should already be dead and gone? Bring Kiki to the Wangsheng funeral parlor and we will provide a comprehensive, stress-free funeral service that safely and respectfully returns her to the elements. Wouldn't that be grand? Please, director, who no more jokes. The tragic death of my beloved daughter, Hua Chu, has shattered my heart into 1,000 pieces. I am now selling this property so that I can give her the funeral she deserves. This magnificent building was once home to the Minghua Bank. It is spacious, enjoys plenty of natural light, and comes with a fantastic sea view. It is being sold for purely financial reasons, and I hope that the new owner makes good use of it. Interested parties may contact Gentry De'an and Changhu Rock. When water's natural purity is preserved, disease cannot fester. But when sullied at its source, it gives rise to all manner of plagues and pestilences. Therefore, let the one who polluted the water source through negligence be shown leniency. But let any that would willfully pollute a water source be shown no mercy whatsoever. In response to the recent pollution of the Feiyun Slopes water source, Yueying Terrace has sent someone to urgently deal with it. In a few days, the water will be clean as ever. Until the water source is cleaned, the Millelith suggests residents go to Changhu Rock to fetch water. Violators who break the rules and pollute the water source will be severely punished by the Millelith. Ningguan has recently approved the construction of 3 additional docks for the Crux to anchor at and conduct repairs. All sailors and wharf warehouses staff should prepare accordingly. True administration for ancient antiques is administration for their ancient stories within. Examine past treasures, looking at the details of their design and feeling the mark of their wear, and the stories of the past will be told. The immense value of the antique will become clear. This is the way of the world. Miss Linlang, please hold on to this Mingyua Lover's jade I purchased at your shop. Once I have more money, I will buy its match. Of course, but don't leave this stone sitting all alone by the window for too long. How many more are there? Come on. Dear old sailors, passengers, residents, traveling merchants, tourists, and everyone else in Liu. If you require any assistance for dispute meditation, public affairs, document processing, or other matters, please visit the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs. No matter if your issue at hand is big or small, the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs will serve you wholeheartedly. Come enjoy the delicacies of the land, colorful and savory. All kinds of Li-style cuisine converge at Li Pavilion, the lighting one with diverse flavors that are all subtle, spicy, and fragrant. To dine in, please reserve a table at least 3 months in advance. Thank you for your understanding. Where pearled ladies bath in the luxurious moonlight to the relaxing sound of the sapphire blue waves. The Pearl Galley is the discerning gentleman's haven of leisure. A luxurious jade veranda lined with mood-setting lanterns, tables set with fine wines for the concerned, games for the betting man. The air filled with the sound of an elegant harp and ethereal flute, and of course beautiful women at your side to make the atmosphere even more perfect. Don't leave the fine wine and beautiful meal alone in the cold night wind. Righto, instead of breaking our bags all day to save money for important things like medicine or education, let's just party and have no regrets in life. Woo. You have quite a spirit to you. I look forward to your visit to the Pearl Galley for a delight-filled night together. I'm a master of forging weapons of all kinds, from long pole arms to short swords. Fine as a sharp needle, but powerful as a storm wind. My shop welcomes fighters seeking to improve their skills and travelers in need of a trusty blade for self-defense. Weapons aren't just personalized to fit your statue, but your bravery. Sedan chair bearers must go to the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs to apply for a certain share permit. After passing the written and road tests, you are free to carry people around. Furthermore, certain shares must apply for a wooden plate at the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs before they can legally be used on the road. Don't forget to do this. I applied for a wooden plate last year for my new certain share and still haven't received it. My certain share is gathering dust. When will my wooden plate be approved? Please be patient and you will be notified later when it is approved. Coming from the northern nation of eternal winter, we understand the importance of warm and personal financial service. If you require any service, come to the Northland Bank and talk to the manager Andre. If you're thinking about taking out a loan, come consult with our agent today. Industry representative Miss Yu and the Jiangquan have recently discussed plans for restarting the mining operation in the chasm and have made significant progress. On behalf of the Quixing, the Jiangquan expressed deep concern for the impact of the chasm's closure on the glazed ceramics industry and promised to organize the reopening of the mine as soon as possible. Due to the continued incidents at the chasm, however, Ms. Yu says she may still go investigate the situation personally. We ask all glazed ceramics merchants to not panic, continue businesses as normal and follow the Quixing's guidance. A suspicious individual has been seen in Liu recently. We remind citizens to be on guard against thieves. If you see anyone acting suspiciously, exercise extreme caution and report to the nearest Millilith post at the earliest opportunity. If you see any criminal activity, also be careful to protect yourself and report to the nearest Millilith post at the earliest opportunity. The chasm mines have been closed due to an accident. Mine workers can come to the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs and present valid documentation to apply for and claim temporary unemployment, medical and food stipends. Shops adversely affected by the closure of the mines can come to the Liu Ministry of Civil Affairs to apply for tax exemptions and deductions. When will the mines reopen? If they will be closed for an extended period, I won't be able to afford my room in Jujing Terrace. Please do not fret. Wait for the Quixing's announcements on the exact time of reopening. The world-renowned the Tea Master Liu Su will grace us with his presence in the coming days. Patrons, now new and old, can come by to sip on some tea while enjoying his storytelling. Doesn't that sound delightful? Is today the story of Baido's fighting Hashan, or still the one about the Guhua clan? Dear customer, just to come and see. Master Liu Su's tales are all a joy to listen to, aren't they? And don't worry, the tea is guaranteed to be the very highest quality too. Quality. Our seafood is all fresh out of the ocean, still bright and natural tasting when it reaches our plate. Xingxi's kiosk provides the best authentic Yu-style cuisine with freshly caught seafood and a light soup to entertain your taste buds. If you would like to dine in, please reserve a table at least 3 months in advance. Thousands of books and centuries of thoughts converge on the humble shelves of One Wang Bookhouse. Fellow book lovers are welcome to come peruse and purchase any literature they may fancy. The books in the store are collectibles and may be damaged if handled carelessly. A must purchase before reading. Top sellers: Legend of the Shattered Halberd, Heart's Desire, Legend of the Lone Sword. May I ask if you have any copies of Legend of the Shattered Halberd, the final chapter of the Star Capital? Apologies, but I do not sell unofficial canon, not unauthorized by the original author. The big star, Yun Jin, is coming for 3 weeks of performances. What a treat. Opera fans of all around, come show your support. There's no time to delay if you want to catch a world-class performance by Yun Yin. Tickets at Heiyu Tea House are going fast, don't miss out. This is the Feiyun slow bullet. Nope. Coming from the northern nation of the eternal winter, we under importance of financial services. Okay, we got it. With a bit of luck, it cycles now. Nice. And it's nighttime. Yet again. Let's go with, I don't know. I think it's 6. The sun goes up. And usually there we go. Now the sun actually changed position. No, we don't do Xu at the moment. Jiayi, a traveler. It's you! You have to see this picture of my daughter. She looks so adorable. Who are you? Well, Rocksteady. Oh, I am a soldier, proud to be serving with the military in defense of this great city of Liu Harbor. I say that, but I'd still rather be working closer to Xingxi village. That's where my beloved daughter is. I think about her constantly. Which one is it? Little... Someone with a little in front of it, probably. Tell me about your daughter. Her name is Little Liu. My wife sadly passed away in childbirth, so it's the grandparents who look after her now. She's still very young. I haven't a clue how to explain this to her, so I just lie and say that her mother has always been working in Liu Harbor. I haven't seen her in a good long while since coming to Liu on my own for work. The last time I held her in my arms, she was nowhere close to the weight of this polearm. Is she eating her dinner? Is she in good health? Is she making lots of nice friends? Your daddy misses you so much. Then we have the big Footed Dajiao and the Clerk Zhao. Maybe triggers both of them, maybe just one. Let's see. Oh, I'm Bigfoot Dajiao, just here to take care of a few things. You? What are you taking care of? I carry bridles, sit-on chairs, and I've just been contracted to carry a new one. But I want to get a sign for it, so the military won't stop us. But as soon as I started to speak, I had this certification form thrown at me. I already got certified ages ago. I came here to get a sign. Before I had even finished speaking, she took back the form and said I could go home and wait to be notified of the outcome of my application. She didn't listen to me at all. And the clerk, what's she doing? Hello, can I help you? You have 2 seconds to tell me what you need. What's your role? Clerk at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Name, ask me again after my shift. I want to take a proficiency test, declare tax liability, apply for an exit permit, rent a mooring space. Which service do you require? Hurry up and then hurry up some more. You're taking too long. Sorry, can't afford to waste precious time on people like... Never mind, no time. Next customer, please. What's the first one? Not too low, but yeah, good. Goodbye. Next time, prepare fast. Jesus Christ. Totally understandable. Not that... Like, the fact that he just can't handle this woman. Nah, okay, there's nothing there. Okay, you could enter this one pavilion. Enter the Liu Li pavilion. There we go. One of them is the pavilion, and the other one is the, it had a different name. Not just the Li Yu... Whoa. Hongru. He's Hongru. An esteemed guest has currently made a blog reservation. What may I do for you? Nothing. I think. Wait, what do we have here? Ah, Hongru. Francis, traveling merchant. Hello, Francis. What is it that... Wow. It's just one room. That's interesting. That's actually it's basically like a dinner room or something. But it's just one room. Wow. You don't need to overdo it. That's interesting. Keep it close, keep it personal. That's actually quite cool. Okay, oh my. Why, this is delicious. Ah, the Li style food here in Liu just smells so good. I'm Francis, yours truly, and nothing has ever had such a grasp on my heart or stomach like the Liu cuisine does. Did you book this whole place for yourself? That's right. Yours truly trekked a long and arduous journey from Fontaine just to do business here in Liu Harbor. I've only just arrived in Liu, so seeing as I've still no friends or companions, I can only book the place for myself. Although my original intention was to do business here. I have already decided otherwise. Now I only wish but to devote each day to eating Liu delicacies. I no longer aspire to earning any money. Albeit, I may only be able to afford eating like this for a few more days. Well, then you need money again. So, what are you eating? Only the best food that Liu has to offer, Li cuisine. Whether it's Mora meat with a glimmer that's even more dazzling than the Mora spent to purchase it, or the delectable come and get it with its assortment of exotic Liu delicacies all packed into a single cask, and the rich aromas. It's hard to imagine that anything with just one whiff could ever be so irresistible, prepared with just the right amount of seasoning and spices. It's simply exquisite. Wow. Freeland, that means there is definitely room for at least one more dining room in here. Or, in fact, what if it's actually necessary for people to just wait, right? Let's check this one out. So, helicopter. If you have made a reservation, I will lead you to your seat. If it didn't, but there's no dude here. Isn't it supposed to? Okay, they have 2 tables. Interesting. They have a slightly taller establishment. Larger, wider, more spacious establishment. So, or they could just change the Tiantian. Where have I seen you? How would you like to go on? Hi. How would you like to go on an adventure? If you like surviving in the wild, deep water diving and colliding at breakneck speed, then Adventurers Guild needs you. Who are you? I'm a recruiter from the Adventurers Guild. I'm on the lookout for budding new adventurers who meet the aforementioned criteria. Oh, and you can also join if you're into exploration, mountain climbing, things like that. And does the Adventurers Guild something? Of course, clues in the name, especially the adventure part. Come on, don't look so skeptical. I'm actually an expert in adventuring, you know? Because I've read every last book on the topic from the One When Bookhouse. I know my stuff. I thought adventurers just did commissions. Commissions? I know. You mean rich people who want the experience of going on an adventure but also have safety concerns. So they hire us to take them on survival trips in the wild, right? Trust me, all I need is my trusty knife and I can survive in any environment you put me in. If you join the Adventurers Guild, I promise you will become an expert just like me in no time. Then you can take all the commissions you want. So, yeah, this was the northern part, this is the southern part, then I went all over there, and I would say that I am, wait a minute, I came from there was a chest up there, then went all the way up there, and could there be a chest hidden up here too? I hope not. Good. So, let's check out this one. The owner, Mingxing Jeweler. Mingxing Jewelry is well established within the industry. Even if we are only taking advance orders on gems right now, we do have some other items in stock, however. So, you're only taking advance orders on gems? I do apologize for the inconvenience. We often find ourselves unable to meet the demand for goods here at Mingxing Jewelry. As you will already know, Liu is famed for its ceramics. They can only be fired locally due to the unique properties of the soil here. Some would go so far as to say that Mingxing jewelry is in a league of its own in the trade. Wealthy merchants will travel from all corners of Teva just to purchase a single lucent crescent from us. It is the quintessential Liu ornament. We were caught by surprise when the mines at the chasm were closed recently. All of a sudden, we had no suppliers. As you can see, only a few display items remain in stock, though if you were to insist on buying one, the price would be, forget it. Hearing the figure would only upset you. Mingxing jewelry is well established. Tell me more about Mingxing jewelry. Mingxing jewelry is a Liu trader of precious stones and gems that has been around for hundreds of years. You could say it is the Rex Lapis of the market for precious stones. It is the only store of its kind, and it has been in business continuously since the day it was founded. Have you ever heard anyone mention our lucent croissant ornaments? They are especially popular with young people. We produce a very limited quantity of lucent croissant, only 10 per month. People say that if you manage to purchase one of them, you are sure to win the heart of your beloved. Interested whether what they say is true or not, I don't know, but I do know that I personally would be won over if someone wants to buy one for me. Aww. Now, let's check out what we can get here. Of course, level up material, more level up material, and the earth thingamajig material. I have a decent amount. And weapon stuff too, interesting. And of course you can put all of this into Mora if for some reason you need Mora that desperately. Like, this is the thing, you waste an awful lot of those geo sigils, and I have no idea if you can get them back, right? So spend them on these thingies at least. Maybe this, actually no, not this one here. Definitely this and this, because that's at least one way of getting a weapon, right? Actually, why don't I just get one? Wait a minute. Not a weapon, but the level up thing for the... Wait. 4! Okay. Huh. Purchase from the souvenir shop and main quest reward. Okay, let's wait a little bit. I thought you can't get all of them at the same time because there are not that many. Maybe this is just a specific one that you have to buy. Who knows? Did I talk to Yicheng? Hello, Loud Rumbling. Can I help you, Loud Rumbling? What was that noise? It's just my tummy rumbling. Because I'm always hungry, so it's always... Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine. Apart from the fact that rumbling's a lot. It's turning my everything so... He needs to eat. What was that noise? Second option. Should I run and get you a bite to eat? That would be amazing. Right now, I could go for a... and I could murder... also, I've got a real craving for... with the side of... that you do it so much. It's very difficult to figure out what you want if your stomach is a little too light for it. What's this one? Mingxing jewelry poster. Lucent croissant now in stock. Hurry, there are only 8 left. That's a nice way to get your prices stable. Don't produce too much, but in this case you also need to make sure that the items are also bought, so that there are more interested people into the item, so that you don't run out of customers, and there's always enough competition between the possible buyers, so that they yeah, drive the price higher. So Changshun the merchant. Anything I could do for you? You are? I'm Changshun, a businesswoman and also a researcher in the field of Liu mercantilism. Is there anything I can do for you? Liu mercantilism? That's right. Simply put, it's the philosophy of how to make as much Mora as possible, based on the accumulated wisdom of all the business people in Liu. It's not enough in today's business environment to just throw yourself into the pursuit of profit. You have to educate yourself and consolidate the best practices from across the board to develop a successful business strategy. Is there more? How's business? It's been quite good. Feiyun Slope is prime commercial real estate after all. If there was one snag, it would be that my store has never been graced with Rex Lapis presence before. I mean, this new shop of mine has never had the honor of Rex Lapis, personal patronage. Those stores that have met with both his presence and his approval have all become incredibly popular household names. Well, this is not something that would happen just because I wish for it. Man proposes and the Archon disposes. Ooh, fortune tellers. Oh, the fortune teller just came in here at night time. Oh, that's interesting. Qiming. Hello traveler, do you share my passion for antiques? Antiques? And that's right, I might make a meager living doing fortune telling down at the docks, but I still love collecting antique items. Linlang is infamously shrewd when it comes to money. We've been acquainted for years and she never budges a mora on the price. Maybe I don't have enough charm. It's strange though, because my divination clearly said my chances of finding true love today are optimal. Welcome to my humble shop. We have some new items in store, if you would be so kind as to take a look at them. Hello, I'm Linlang, the owner of the store. Do you see anything you like? Please take as long as you need. There's plenty to see and no rush to choose. Anything you would recommend? Take a look at this piece of flint. It is a shard from the tip of the Geolord's polearm. Notice the ancient symbols written on there, with the masterful brushwork following the lines that naturally appear on the material surface, or this fossilized wood. It is a runner from a primordial tree, and legend says that this tree was so gigantic its root system spread throughout the entire world. You might also consider this bottle, which contains the venomous blood of an evil dragon that once wreaked havoc on neighboring land. Due to exposure to the air, the blood has now dried and turned to dust. However, the venom is so strong that one pinch of it would suffice to take out all of the strongest men in the village. Beyond these, there are many other rarities and oddities in the store. Feel free to peruse them at leisure. Sounds dubious to me. Well, the value of an antique is whatever you make of it. There is a saying, an antique's credibility is born of its owner's credulity. It is one's belief in an item as a historical relic that imbues it with meaning. By contrast, when you believe that an antique is fake, your denial of the item's value does not change the item in any way. The fact is, the items themselves hold no value for customers. It is the stories attached to the items that hold the real value. There's another saying, how does it go? As long as you have a good story to tell, you'll always find a way forward. The same principle applies to antiques. Ooh, well, take this chunk of rock for example. Looks perfectly ordinary, but in fact it came from a star. A very long time ago a star fell from the sky. The force of the impact when it hit the ground is what turned it this color on the outside. What do you mean? Looks like a regular chunk of ore. Wait, no, you're right. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. This is just a regular chunk of ore. Must be the suppliers. They're always trying to sneak the odd dirt into the mix. So frustrating. Please take it off my hands, would you? I never want to see it again. So, I'd like to buy some antiques. Yeah. And, oh, there are 2 vendors for green items in here. That's nice. A really nice way to get items for leveling up things. And at the same time, it's an extremely well-placed Mora thing. Oh my goodness, so much Mora to spend. So, what else do we have up there? Like, there is nothing there. I did not pass that bridge to the southern Liu. Okay. Alright. Perfect. Let's change the time of day. So I have all of the people to talk to on hand. There we go. So, what do we have here? The hostess of the Yangchang Tea House. There. This is the Yangchang Tea House. Now that you're here, are you mentally prepared? Did you bring enough money? It sounds like the tea here must be quite expensive. Who said that a tea house must only sell tea? Someone stupid like you shouldn't be out making a mess of our city. Your time would be better spent listening to an opera or sitting in a restaurant. There are some places you don't belong, and you're most certainly not needed around here. If you don't leave, I will have to ask security to escort you away. What? Hey, like, what? Holy shit. This is also one way of making your customers feel special. Just annoy the rest. Until there is a, well, strange sense around it. Oh, wait a minute. I think there's a... Yeah, there's the bloody... There we go. Quest. Okay, this is where the second one was. The Fang... Wait a minute. Security, Yangchang Tea House. Where have I seen this one before? Who? The Halberd. Hello. Can I get in there? Nope. It's secured. With a triple lock. Not that easy to get into. So, come on. Is there a... another kitty? Does this... Yeah, if you get close enough, it just follows you with the gaze. It's so cool. Why haven't I found any... Okay, I wasn't really looking for geosigils, but still. You're usually getting bombarded with those things. Ah, more flowers. Yes. Oh no, please don't be another bullet. Ah! With a bit of luck, it's the same bulletin board. The problem is you don't know how many stories there are. You can't just look at the board and you can click on all of those notices. Anyway, Qiang Miner. Seems like I've already tried every place there is to eat around here, and I'm already tired of all of them. What a bother. I guess I'll have to go someplace further. I work as a miner, or at least that's what I used to do. Now that the chasm's been sealed off, I just wander around without a job to do. Maybe if I had something to do, I wouldn't be so picky about what to eat, but now that I've already tried all of the places around here, I don't have a clue what I want to eat today. Are you sure you'll be alright unemployed? You don't needn't worry. Seeing as you don't appear to be Millelith, I'll let you in on something. When I was working down in the chasm, I moved some raw materials out on the sly. I am talking real high quality stuff, like what Shito has at the Jade Mystery. People would buy it by the boatload. Actually, I've been looking for a partner. What do you think? Are you in? Definitely. Imagine you'll be able to eat and drink whatever you please, just as if Ying Terrace was your very own kitchen. Isn't that against the law? No, this is not the quest. This is not the right dialogue thing. It is the what do you need? What are you trying to say? You're not going to turn me into the Millelith, are you? Fine, just take these. There's leftover from my mining days. Now, mum's the word. You get it. Not a whisper of this, not to anybody. Iron chunk. Okay. Is there anything good to eat? There we go. Like, instead of this, he can... Like, if you have already tested out all of the eateries, right? Restaurants, establishments. Why don't you just help other people get the right establishment too, right? Maybe some food guide or something. Food guide to Liu, something like that. From a sampling, there's really not much to those big restaurants. Li cuisine, Yu cuisine, delicacies and delectables. What matters is the concept and atmosphere. And if you really want to know what's best, I say it has to be the snacks at Jihu Rock. Zong Yuan chop suey, grilled tiger fish. When Rex Lapis came to visit Jihu Rock back in the day, he too was enticed by the smells of the roadside stalls. The accumulated aromas of 1,000 years wafted through his street. All who pass through can't help but salivate. Ah, atmosphere. That's a good one. Nah. Muscle memory. Shito, the boss of the Jade Mystery. You there? You're looking radiant today. Clearly it must be your lucky day. How about it? Wanna try your lucky luck betting on Jade? Or betting on Jade? This is your first time at the Jade Mystery. Here at the Jade Mystery we pride ourselves in our generations of expertise in crafting Jade finery. We have quite a reputation in Liu, if I do say so myself. Though the industry hasn't been booming recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs has shut down the chasm cutting of supplies. As such, the raw materials are worth more than the finished goods these days. So I figured, why not sell the uncut rocks off? Betting on them is exciting, and who knows, perhaps I might just make some money. Now, all my old card game buddies come here to bet on Jade. Business is better than a few other places around here, that's for sure. Tell me more about this Jade. Never played before? That's rare. These stones were all dug out of the mines. They're generally of better quality. Pick out one that you like and buy it. He who knows the Jade gets paid. Don't worry about picking a dud one. There's another saying in the industry: if your luck doesn't come today, it's waiting for you tomorrow. What's the actual probability of finding Jade? Well, that's the million more question, isn't it? But seriously, it would ruin the game if I know the probability in every case. A game of probability is nowhere near exciting as a game of chance. That's the same. And hey, even if there's no Jade inside, who's to say you won't find something else instead? I kid you not. Just the other day, a big business owner comes in here, opens a stone, and sure, no Jade, but there's a good few chunks of ore in there. Not good enough for him, of course. He gives them right back to me without a second look. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the generosity. I've just got nowhere to store them. So how about you take them, my investment in your future, shall we say, and if you ever want to return the favor, you know where to find my store. Yeah, fix your customers with free stuff. Do you have anything besides uncut rocks for sale? Sure, have a look. These were all cut from raw stone. Although these aren't exactly rare Jade, maybe you will find something that strikes your fancy. Okay. Expensive stuff. Not really worth buying it, because Mora itself is much better. You can't sell items for Mora. That's the only problem in this game. The Jade Mystery signboard. Our guarantee. All wins can be exchanged for cash. Okay. That is it. And this is one of those cards with a... There's no plate. Strange. The Brother Qian. Hey, you think you can handle a round with me? Don't worry, I'm not here to fight, I mean a round of Mahjong, but I've got to warn you, I'm an ace when it comes to Mahjong. Don't worry, I'm not here to fight, I mean a round of Mahjong, but who are you? I'm nobody really. I do odd jobs here and there for the Adventures Guild, but I'm actually the best Mahjong player in Liu. If you're ever looking for the Master of Liu Adventures Guild, just let me know. You play Mahjong? It's what I do best. No one else even comes close. And what I really love to do to my opponents is raise the stakes to, if you lose, to join the Adventurers Guild. I think more people have joined the guild now due to losing to me than those who've actually volunteered. I kid you not. Surely you didn't gain it via fraudulent means. You're right, I didn't. I've never done anything fraudulent in my life. That said, in the interest of knowing your enemy, as you know yourself, I have schooled up on all the fraudulent methods used by others so that I don't fall prey to them myself. For example, you often see gamblers wearing a flower on their chest. Actually, they're hollow inside. They use them to store cards, dice, and so on. Here, take this. I'd never use it anyway. I'm better than that. Hey, gamblers. Hey, you think you can handle a round or two with Mahjong? Da 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 da. Who are you? Ba 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 ba. You play Mahjong. Kid you not? Yeah. What's the secret to being a winner? You want to know how to be a winning card player? Alright. I'll tell you. The thing is, it's a 70% skill, 30% luck. Now, 30% might not sound very much, but when your opponent's skills and your own are perfectly matched, that 30% luck is what decides who will win. There's just one exception to this. I've heard that there's a famously unlucky adventurer by the name of Bennett in Mondstadt. If luck's not on your side, it's hopeless, no matter how good your skills are. Guess who will be my damage dealer? Are you the master of the Liu Adventures Guild? No, I'm not the master. I'm just a volunteer that helps take care of the trivial matters, which oftentimes ends up being an arduous and a thankless task. Do you want to know why? That's right, I'm in love with her. She's not all like those delicate and helpless looking girls. No, it's her strong and rudiment character that I'm crazy about. It goes without saying that someone of the guild master's disposition won't be easily won, but to me this is like the ultimate game of chance. Chasing that thrill is what drives any gambler. The higher the stakes, the more we strive to score the jackpot, no matter the odds, you know what I mean. Bollocks, yeah, I think this was it. But did I just miss Master of the Onion Master? The arduous task, is that the master? He hasn't said her name yet. Interesting. Hong Yi, who are you? While the Malevolent stands guard, evil shall... Don't want to hear the sentence ever again. It's like... I was an adventurer once, then I got an arrow to the knee. Something's been really bothering me. It seems like the water supply at Feiyun slopes being contaminated. Smells like there's something rotten in there. A person. It's getting difficult for these poor folks to get water down. They have to go all the way to Chiu Rock or even further afield. What's worse is some people are turning it into a money-making opportunity, charging ridiculous prices to bring water to the elderly, to women and children, anyone without the strength to fetch it for themselves. It makes me sick. How did this happen? I don't know for sure. It's unclear whether someone did this on purpose or if not, what else might have caused it. If it turns out someone sabotaged the water supply, they're gonna wind up in prison for life. That's according to the Urban Areas Sanitation Act, as amended by Ningguang herself. Clause 12 is as follows. When water's natural purity is preserved, disease cannot fester, but when sullied at its source, it gives rise to all manner of plagues and pestilence. Therefore, let the one who pollute the water source through negligence be shown leniency, but let any that would willfully pollute a water source be shown no mercy whatsoever. Didn't you have a second dialogue? Why the long face? If you find a way to fix the problem, well, I'm still working on it, but I'm just a rank and file soldier, so all I can really do is to pass ancient reports to my superiors, who will then pass it up to the superior. The one in charge of land and livelihood management among the Liu Qixing is the Yicheng, that is to say, Lady Kicking. But things have just been happening one after another in Liu Harbor, and the Qixing have so many things on their plate. Who knows when they'll receive my report. Ooh. And back to daytime it is. Oh, look at this stone. That's actually perfect. I don't know. Maybe I need to get like... Okay, got it. So, let's see. Granny Shan, the toy seller. Smiling makes the world a more beautiful place. See any toys you like? What are you selling? Traditional Liu children's toys. Intricate things they are. They've been passed down for generations. I've got toys for adults too, if you like. Adult toys? Sorry, I should have been more specific. Some toys need adult supervision. Kites, for example. Come war and famine or the peace and prosperity we know today, happiness is always something worth striving for, don't you think? So, what are you selling? No. Yeah, this was that. Rex Lapis. I understand. Does your little one back home also want a Rex Lapis themed toy? Have a look. Dragon horn tops, stone dice, a dragon-shaped wooden shield, a kite with Rex Lapis portrait on it. Which would you like? So you're just asking around to see. Rex Lapis themed toys are so very popular among the children, so I naturally thought that... But yeah, you can't buy from her. Too bad. What about those two? Yuran and the manager Quan. Manager Quan, I want to buy a kite. How many times do I have to tell you? Just call me Daddy. Now, if you study hard, Daddy will buy you one, alright? No, aren't you the shift supervisor of the Black Cliff Forge? Manager Quan, as the supervisor, it's up to you to set an example. But Daddy has to work and you have to study. These are two completely different. Then let's talk about work. Let our actions be recognized by hard work. Let our achievements be what speaks first. Isn't that right? That's right. That's the Black Cliff Forge motto. How do you remember that so clearly? So let's start from your actions. If you buy me the kite, Manager Guan, then I will recognize your hard work. How many times do I have to say I'm Daddy? And how did this suddenly become about me? It's like you're trapping me in. You're the one that started talking about work, aren't you? Alright then, I'll buy you a kite, but from now on you must call me Daddy. Alright Daddy, now Daddy, do as you promised. Sweet. Okay, good. Both of those dialogues are connected. There's just no way out of this if you started at once. So, yeah, there's this. Let's look at the map real quick. We have this part, we have this part, we have this part. Yeah, let's just go along the road and get this one here first. Also check out what is down here. Yeah, let's start from the bottom. He? Oh. Oh, he? Oh. Nope. That was a stupid idea. Now I have to go all the way up there. Up there again. Sometimes if you try to jump, yeah, the glider just won't get triggered. Come on, get up there, get up there, get up there. Also not working. There we go. Okay, let's get down. Got it. So, yeah, this was this. What might be on top of the buildings? Always check. Ah, there is something below my mouse. Something that makes scratchy noises. Yep, much better. So, what is this? Bounties? No. Requests? I think these are actually two different things. One of them is a bounty and one of them is a request. You have to be in Liu to unlock a specific one. Let's say this is how they handle it. Oh, you could hide some chests on those ships. Oh, please don't be on those ships. Little Lulu, little Meng, little Fei. Okay. That might be a triplet conversation, let's hope. 10,000 waves. It's time to set sail. Arr, the waves be getting bigger. Oh, my booty and plunder is going to go overboard. Shepherd down, mateys. Matey, all hands on deck, or else I'll make you walk your plank. Matey, I don't want to play anymore. I am always your matey. So, what do you want to be? I want to be Captain Baido. Captain Baido is so cool, but it's always Lulu that gets to be her. That's cause I'm a girl and I'm the oldest. But I'm the tallest boy. Girl, it's all the same when you close your eyes anyway. It's not the same. You don't have the same feeling. Ugh. Now you've done it. Face crying again. Okay, let you have the turn being better, okay? Su. There's Qiming again. Madam Qiming, this time I should like for you to read my fortune on the matter of my love life. Love life? Again? This must be the 10th time this month. I only keep coming because your predictions are so accurate. Especially that one that you keep telling me. Being preoccupied with the outcome of a divination is not conducive to finding true love. That's why from now on my focus will be solely on the divination itself, not the outcome. I see. Well, let me try to explain this differently. True love may be impossibly far away, or it may be right under your nose. You cannot force it, but when its day comes, it will reveal itself to you right before your very eyes. And who knows, maybe today will be that day. Understand. I understand it now. Pray tell what you presume to have understood. You do feel the same way. From this day forth, I will live solely to bring you happiness. Will you marry me? Oh. No, thank you. Well, you're free tonight. No, and now I'm calling the gods. Madam Qiming, this... She is locked in this conversation. So, you need to talk to them at different times of day. Sometimes they are locked in other conversations, and at night times they are free to go. Uncle Gao, fishmonger. Would you like to buy some fish? Get one for 300 mora or 4,000? You know, it's much cheaper to buy one for 3 mora 3 times and not one for 3,000. Or like not 3 for 1,000. Shouldn't buying more mean a better price? It's my fish. I'll do what I wish. These fish are as fresh as they come. Buy one and it gets and it's good for you. Buy 2 and that's a deal. Buy 3 and you're practically stealing from me. More sales means more mora. Got it? Besides, the more fish I sell means the fewer fish I have, and fewer fish means a higher price. Don't you get the principle of limited supply? These are fair prices. This actually makes sense. I have only one thing to say to people like you: either buy something or scab. He has a point. Like, the moment you buy the, like, if he has 10 fish and the price is supposed to increase, this is actually just a rule of thumb, basically, because it all just depends on people not betting, not voting. What does eBay do? Betting? No. Bollocks, what's it called? Whatever. Actually, betting, yeah. Betting on the goods, and the one with the highest bet wins. This is basically it. And if you have 10 people betting with 10 prices, you can sell all 10 fish to the 10 people. But if there are, let's say, 5 people and all of them betting, of course you choose the 5 ones with the highest prices. And this is how the higher price thing comes into place. Because there are Well, yeah, 5 fish, not 10 fish, 5 fish and 10 consumers. Yeah, and this is how it goes. In this case, there are more people that want to buy this than there are available fish, and this is what drives the price up. Because otherwise you could just give it away. And then there's also the point of getting the cost of going out to sea, maybe paying for the boat or whatever. All of this has to be accounted for the price of the fish too. It's not just that the fish has a pricing on it. Would you like to buy some fish? Get one for da. We got this. I got this. And let's get some fish. No. 3,000-4,000. You gotta be kidding me. But the good thing about this though, is that you really have to get all fishes from him, because he just runs out of supply at some point. So getting more fish altogether is always better than just getting the cheapest fish. Sometimes, just depends. Another fishmonger. Hi, how can I help? You distracted me with your chit-chat and now I've lost count again. Well, what are you doing? I'm just getting ready to buy some fish. After visiting Uncle Gao's stand, I can't help but feel that Uncle Sun's fish are not only cheaper, but more fresh too. I think it's the perfect chance to buy a load of fish to make for my husband. I'm just worried I wouldn't be able to move such a load if only the wrench were here. The wrench? Yes. Haven't you heard of Wrench Wang? Down in the shipyard. He's known for his great strength. He'd help haul this load and carry me back home on his shoulders. He's been good to me as long as I can remember. He should always share any... Yeah, he would always share any tasty food he had, and he even taught me arithmetic. He's like a brother to me. But he doesn't seem very fond of my husband for some odd reason. He's always staring at it. If only there were some way to help them get along. Who are you? Call me Su. I grew up by the sea, but I'll never tire of the fresh fish here in the harbor. I got married just 2 years ago, and thanks to the prophetic guidance of the Lord of Geo, my husband's business has gone smoothly this whole time. So we have money to spare now. But still, as the woman of the house, I should learn to be frugal out of principle. Uncle Su, another patron, would you like to purchase some fish? I promise that all my fish are fresh. No, super fresh. Super fresh. What do you mean by super fresh? The only fish that I sell here are super fresh fish. It might not sound like there's much difference between fresh and super fresh, but they couldn't be more different. In terms of size or quality, you name it, they're worlds apart. And I can guarantee one thing for sure. My prices are better than the opposite stand over there. Opposite? You see, not long ago, we were both charging higher prices. But my fish were selling better because they were more fresh. Then Uncle Gao started lowering his prices, probably just jealous of all the business I was getting. Before I knew it, I was stuck in a price war with him. So in order to provide fresh fish to everyone at a reasonable price, I decided to lower my prices to just breaking even. I don't know how long I can keep my prices so low. I can only count on the support of all my local customers at this point. Yeah, price war is not cool. So, come on. Wait, what? Bollocks, he's disappeared. Need to get the timer again. They always disappear at sundown. There we go. Should appear any minute now. All of the other people are just staying there because they are not... There we go. Did I talk to the... Oh no, this is the in-love sailor. It just took a little while for her to show up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, there we go. Buy some fresh fish. Let's see. Two... Interesting. So his prices are actually lower than this fish stand over there. Why doesn't he just get the same price. Wouldn't that make much more sense? Like, he sells super fresh fish, even if, I don't know, but it might not even be true or whatever, or at least marketing scheme. But in this case, he sells more, right? That means he should also... yeah, more. Wait. Mr. Qiang, I wish to purchase a weapon for self-defense, as I should be embarking on a journey within the foreseeable future. What would you advise for someone of my stature? Let's see. A feeble gait, spindly legs, a zero core strength, no fighting instinct, lily-livered, hopeless at offense and useless at defense. I would strongly advise you against buying a weapon from here, because of the disgrace you would surely bring to my store's reputation if you ever did have the misfortune of having set upon by bandits. Okay, well, look, a good quality sword would be wasted on you, so I would strongly advise you to invest in a crossbow instead. What I'm hearing you say is I have a natural gift for archery, is that? Look, lad, you're vastly overestimating your ability level here. My 6-year-old grandson took this crossbow with him when we went hunting in the hills the other day, and he took down a half-decent sized boar with it. Now I admit you might not have his burly physique or material prowess, and we have to factor in that you're a clumsy one too. If you were attacking from behind with the element of surprise, I think that even you would have a 1 in 10 chance of hitting your target armed with this thing. That was incredibly painful to hear. Don't like what I have to say. I'm afraid if you want to be a fighter, you have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, boy. Don't expect your confidence to come from other people's fawning over you. But I don't want to be a fighter or anything. It's just for self-defense. So, trusty blades. Does the Mr. Q able to purchase a weapon? Yeah, it's nice that he is a trusted blade owner person, but he does not sell anything. And of course we got another Millilith. Hey, hello, Changhu. Sorry, can I help? Are you alright? I'm fine, thanks for your concern. Maybe I should get like 2 meters distance, maybe. Terribly sorry. It's season again. Butch is molting. This normally doesn't happen. Achoo! Who's Bush? Butch is the fiercest and strongest of all the cats here. The ginger one. And it's a she, by the way. I have names for all the cats here. Look, and that's Jen, and there's Ogre Face and Cinnamon Bun. They come over when I call them now. Chew. About the cats. Come to think of it, I saw a girl trying to give them some milk while I was on morning patrol today. Thank goodness I was able to stop her. Well, not that she meant them any ill, but cats will get upset stomachs from drinking milk. Maybe it's because I've been around cats for so long, but I've also stopped liking milk myself. Yeah, you take them. And seeing you around I've been patrolling the wharf the whole time, but I can't say I've seen anyone who looks like you. But I could always have missed something. After streaking with the cats for too long, I've gotten bad at remembering faces. I even mistook our sergeant for some old fellow asking for a direction. I will keep a lookout when I'm on patrol in future. While the miller stands guard, evil shall never pichu. So wait, there was this another sailor. Darn, missed the boat again. A boat to what? Are you alright? Nothing. Other than the fact that I work on a ship. That ship that's just set sail, to be precise. Getting up so early in the morning is my biggest hurdle. I never seem to get enough sleep. I mean, when there's so much to go out and do at night, how can anyone expect me to sleep? No way. That's whole early to bed, early to rise lifestyle. I'd rather be dead. Seems the captain has forgotten about me for today. Guess I'll have to try harder to be up earlier tomorrow. Or maybe you just need a different work. So we'll see you around. Okay. Ping hi, the boatman. If you want to go out to sea or catch some fish and stuff, go find yourself another sailor. This boat of mine receives guests bound for the Pearl Galley only. What's this Pearl Galley you speak of? Well, it's normal to not know. The Pearl Galley is where the wealthy big wigs of Liu pass their time. It's no place for plebeians. With the exception of honored guests, any ordinary person who goes on board will just be there as an onlooker. Well, I've said quite a bit, haven't I? If there's nothing else, don't waste any more of my time. And there is no chest there. Okay. Now, there was a woman going from here to there, past this Yong'an dude. And I think you could also talk to... I think I know who's... This is like... There, Atsuko. Hello. I mean, good fortune. I'm still not accustomed to using the local greetings. You are? I'm so sorry. My name is Atsuko. It's lovely to meet you. I've never seen this many Outlanders before back in Inazuma. Inazuma? Yes, my home, back on the other side of the ocean. Though I don't wish to speak ill of my homeland, the pressure back home is just too much. If you want to leave, you have to go through several stages of application and approval with the Kanjo Bukyo. Most people never get the chance to see the outside world. Perhaps the Bakufu really knows best in having such strict control, but the allure of the ocean sea and the freedom it represents grew inside me until I couldn't take it anymore. So one day, when I was gazing out to sea, something in me just snapped. I just took the nearest vessel I could find and set out to sea. So if you see anyone wearing clothes similar to mine, they are probably from Inazuma. Please, if you see such a person, you cannot breathe a word of this to them. They cannot know I'm here. Please, I beg you. What's wrong with it? You mean breaking Inazuma's regulations? I think it depends on the person. Some people are quite content to spend their whole lives within the fences of their farm, but not me. If there's anything that can fence me in, it's somewhere beyond these lands, beyond the seas, beyond the stars. If you can't understand the value of freedom, let me be the one to explain it to you. Does she have any... Oh, bollocks. Hi there. You don't seem to be from around here either. That's right. From Inazuma, it's been a long road getting here, facing the crashing waves before me. Whilst trying to escape the forces behind me, my raft sank and my money got swept away by the sea. It was a good thing the locals helped me, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here. Today I've decided I want to get a job on the boat and travel all around the world. And I don't know what item I got because I... just got the follow-up dialogue immediately triggered. So this one does not want to go, or they're just relaxing. What's this? Yeah, no, we went all the way. Oh, wait a minute. This part here, I think I did not yet. Yeah. Uncle Tian. Darn, seems I forgot my bait. Hey kiddo. Hello there. Hey there. Never expected any young ones would come talking to me at my age. Find yourself a spot to sit. You can call me Uncle Tian. Makes this old culture feel like a young man again. You think I still look young? Well, youth isn't really a matter of age. It's more to do with how much pain and suffering you've experienced in your life. What are you doing? Just a spot of fishing. I don't make my living off of it anymore, though, so when I catch something, I throw it back in again. It's been a long time since I chatted with someone your age. Good to meet you. Here, have a fish. Does he have anything else to say? Tell me about your boat. This boat, do you like her? Been with me all my life. Back when I was a young fella, I was poorer than a panhandler, but at least I had it in me to haul in whatever snagged my line. Things you do for yourself, you yourself get to reap the rewards for. How much you sweat determines how much you get. Those were the good old days. Could just keep going on, never get tired. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Alright, anyway, struggled for the first. I don't know how long, but with perseverance and a bit of luck, I got my own business and started up and didn't have to do all the fishing myself anymore. But everyone's out trying to swindle each other. And before I knew it, I had lost sight of myself. So to bring myself back to my roots, I bring my tired old self here to fish and talk about the good old days. Back when I was a young fella, I was poorer than a panhandler. Yeah, I said that already. What do you mean? I said that already. Don't butt in when the old fella's talking. Now, back then I was a poor panhandler, but at least I had it in me to haul him in. Good to know. Wait a minute. Another quest gets triggered. It's still the same quest. Good. Now, do we see any... If there are any chests, I think I will get them. So, there's still like the center place area with all of the important bits. Like, look at this, they're all secluded. Yeah, and then there's this stuff here. Let's not do the center bits yet, because I will be there for most of the time anyway. Like, I don't just talk to any NPCs after I talk to them the first time, right? So, looking for a hero, I'm your guy. So, what do you need? Hero? Didn't give me that look. You're giving me that look that says, who's this pin-sized biscuit half the height of his own sword, telling me he's some sort of hero? Don't even try to deny it. With the sword from the blacksmith, I ain't scared of anyone. Once I get my Geo vision, I'm gonna be the most legendary hero this world's ever seen. Why Geo? Do I really need to spell it out? With the power of Geo in my hands, I could conjure up a giant stone pillar beneath my feet. Then everyone would have to look up to me. So, looking for a hero, yeah. Nice knife, you got the knife. You call this a knife? It's a sword, obviously. It's called the Dugu Longsword. The blacksmith made it especially for me. He also thought of a motto for me. Longsword in a hand and the world at my feet. He even inscribed it on the sword for me to make sure I don't forget it. Such a great guy. Alright, vantage point obtained. Do we have any more chests down there? Just in case. Chest in case. I don't think so. Not even on the other side. And this is, I believe, the strange village thingy at the end of Liu. Is this a flower to pick up? No, of course not. So those two are just talking, and I need to change the time again. Alright, so yeah, let's forget about the center. I need to check out the wharf first. Manager Xiao. Oh wait, what's this? Warning. Please refrain from kicking the stone or beneath the stone guardian lion. It is cracked and therefore highly fragile. How do you even kick this thing? How do you get your feet up that high? The younger generations are nothing but slackers these days. And you are? I'm the dockyard manager, here in Liu Harbor. Name is Qiao. Is there something I can help you with? If not, I need to get back to work. Actually, about your work, bah, don't get me started. Young people these days, no expertise, zero sense of responsibilities. They don't bother to tell you when they aren't going to show up, and when they do show up, half the time they do more harm than good, and the other half they expect you to applaud every word that comes out of their mouths. Honestly, if we old folks weren't hand-holding them every step of the way. I've said it before and I've said it again. Liu's ships are the face of the nation. We should be aiming for perfection every time. Each ship you miss with the paintbrush harms not just my reputation, but that of Liu itself. But I'm wasting my breath. You outlanders wouldn't understand anyway. Did he only have one option? Yeah. This dude is going back and forth on the bridge yet again. This might be a nice place to hide chests. Really good place. Okay, there's normal people, well, normal decor people. Oh, hey! A chest. So there's this stuff, this stuff. Yeah, was over there. These two. This dude looks important, but it's not. Okay. Ha, there's another chest. Nice. Ah. Actually quite nice. Albedo doesn't talk that much. Gives me time to finish my own thoughts. That's perfect. He does not say... Well, sometimes. Sometimes. But most of the time you can just skip his dialogue by starting a little sprint. Maybe this is why they're not talking that much. There. Don't want to dive in the water. Oh, everything grey, of course. These are also normal people. Does anything in here look like you could definitely hide a chest on those side balconies there. Whee! Alright, let's get up there. Oh wait. They don't seem different. Same here. Don't see any chests on this ship. Perfect. Nah, not ship. Boat. What's the difference between a ship and a boat? Like this is a ship. This is a boat thing. Is it just the size, or is it the means of going forward? How it is driven? One is driven by muscle memory, by muscle, and the other thing is driven by, well, yeah, other means. This one just won't talk. Same goes for those two. How do you from the outside, of course. There's nothing here. Of course there's another chest. Oh, and of course another Skyrider Greatsword. I do get a bit too many Skyrider Greatswords. Come on. I don't need Skyrider Greatswords. I have thousands of them. Is there a way to exchange items somewhat? That would be cool. Hammerly Dog Yard Labor. Hello, do you need something? You are me. You're asking who I am? I'm just a strong pair of arms. The name's Hammerly. I picked that nickname myself. Apparently, all I'm good for is bashing my hammer all day long. I wish one day the gods would smile on me and give me a vision. Tell me about your work. My work? It's not bad. Not much to say. I hammer this, I hammer that. Occasionally, that old fart manager Xiao comes and gives me an earful. Anyway, I'm not getting any younger, and this job isn't gonna help me start a family or buy a boat or house of my own, no matter how long I do it for, so I don't have any big hopes for the future. So, you are... vision. What about them? You're interested in them too? I've heard that as long as you want something badly enough, a vision will appear right beside you, ready to do your bidding. Wouldn't that be incredible? As for me, I just want a vision, plain and simple. I've dreamed of having one every day since I was a little boy, but so far I've had no luck. If I had a vision, I could be like those legendary martial nomads who command with the wind and rain, cast lightning. Where are you? No, yeah. Where are you, my vision? I've waited my whole youth for you. Okay, let's get up there again. One crane and another. Oh, you could really hide something up there too, but I think that would be a bit too much. Three chests are already enough. Now, there was this... what was this dude? This guy. The Wrench Wang. Ahoy there. Has your ship sprung a leak? Fixing ships is certainly cheaper than buying new ones. And you are? I'm in charge of repairs here in the shipyard. Everyone calls me Wrench Wang. That's not my real name, mind you. Although it sounds a bit foolish, if that's what everyone likes to call me, then so be it. Tell me about making boat repairs. Even if your vessel is on its way to the bottom, I could still fix it. Just as long as you are not going down with it. Repairing ships is much more interesting than building them. What I'm working on isn't just the ship itself, it's also the memories of its crew. Even if a ship is completely refitted from the hull to its rigging, it still feels like the same old ship that you've always known. Just like the handkerchiefs you gave me. Even though it's full of patches, I'd never trade it for a new one. Who is Su? Su's my childhood sweetheart. We were always stirring up trouble together, and the adults would always give us an earful. After we grew up, I joined the fleet for a few years, before returning to the shipyards as the best repairman these docks have ever seen. As for her, she fulfilled her dreams of becoming the bride of a real Prince Charming. And they say that time waits for nobody, and nothing is more true of childhood sweethearts. Looks like my eyes have sprung a leak. Apologies, it must be that salty breeze. Clearly she should have been mine. And you are? Tell me about the shipyard. This shipyard bears the brunt of all the boat repair and maintenance work in all of the harbor. I'm a maintenance man myself. See that gloomy looking guy with the hammer over there? That's Hammer Li. He works on the shipbuilding side. I can't recommend trying to strike up a conversation with him. He can never find anything positive to say. If you ask me, he should come with me to see one of Xingyan's performances. That would get the blood pumping through his veins and inject a little passion into his heart. Trust me. So, does everyone in the shipyard laugh as much as you? I used to be just like Hammer Li, the shipbuilder over there, always flying a stern look on his face. But just like you always said, nothing solves difficult problems like a good night's sleep. Every day has a new horizon. As you smile and encouraging words always put wind in my sails. She made me feel like there was no storm I couldn't weather. There's the Prince Charming, yada yada yada, and we triggered it yet again. This is not the hammer dude. Alright, there's nothing there. What about the interior?
Yep.
Probably not the best idea to just jump down here, but ooh. Okay, at least you can get out of it. Perfect. So we got the docks down too. At least I would say I got it. I think. Oh no, wait a minute. There's a certain part down there that looks weird. Did I check? This was the thing with the chest, wasn't it? Yes. Alright. And there's the old dude again, the manager Xiao. And this one goes back into the southern city center thing. Perfect. I have to change the time of day real quick. Ooh, that was close. Alrighty. Of course, there are 3 of them right next to each other. Much more lively. So, Freggy, what are you? My brother is so pathetic. He doesn't even dare to eat any of the food that he ordered himself. I've tried some of the food before, and that's just how it is. Do you dislike Liu cuisine? It's not that. I dislike it. Let's just say that I'm disappointed. Take Zhongquan's chop suey, for example. All the spices they use completely overwhelm the natural flavor of the ingredients. Apart from the powerful spicy and salt flavors, there's no taste of the actual ingredients. I had anticipated that it would be more shocking taste, but I didn't at all expect this. Well, consult the Tevat. No, we'll consult the Tevat travel guide again to see where we should head next on our culinary journey. Have you seen someone who looks like me? Similar looking? Sibling, you mean? Not that I remember. Understand how you must feel if I were to get separated from my brother. I mean, if one of us wandered off and got lost or something, that would be, in any case, I will help you keep an eye during your travels. May you find them soon. And Getty, hello. As a native of Mondstadt, I must say that Liu Harbor is quite a nice place, but as for the food... who are you? My name is Gary. My sister Freggy and I are bon vivant, travelers in search of fine cuisine. Our aim is to taste and see all the 7 nations have to offer. But we never expected to meet such an unprecedented challenge on our very first stop in the trip. The people of Liu are so unpleasant. Okay, about food and drink. I absolutely cannot stand Song Yun's chop suey. It's practically inedible. Back in Mondstadt, my favorite food is moon pie. It's a pie made with seasonal fruits, pieces of cheese and chicken. When enjoyed together with a special fruit cocktail, it is most superb. I hardly suspected that the neighboring Liu cuisine would differ so greatly from our own. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined people that would make food from animal innards. I still need some time to mentally prepare myself. So what are you gonna eat while you're in Liu? Well, luckily my sister and I both know enough about cooking that we won't go hungry. No, we can't let it come to that. We come on this trip to eat food from all around the world, and that's exactly what we are gonna do. Yes, I must force myself to get used to the food here. Okay, full disclosure, we caved and cooked some pancakes this morning. Here, take them off me. Come on, Gary, you can do this. 1 whole portion of chop suey, delicious chop suey. Yeah. The good old resurrecting pancakes. That I have, I think, not used at all because they are a bit too iffy to make. So, wait a minute. Street food vendor, there we go. Su yeah. So Ernyang. Sur. Oh, there's nothing better than piping that Songquan chop suey. There's only one fool who would ever say otherwise. Chop suey. I know. The name sounds a little odd, but Zhongwan's chop suey is a local specialty here in Changhu Rock. It all starts with a rinsed giblet that are chopped into minced meat. Then you add some tiger flesh, gelatin, along with some starch and other ingredients, and roll it into meatballs. After a quick deep fry, they are ready to be enjoyed. Not a hint of fish in that wonderful aroma, but it sure is troublesome having to explain the name to every outlander that shows up to eat here. Huh. Gibbles. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's washed thoroughly before I used it. I have some customers who never used to go near any kind of animal in it, but after they tried it here, they simply fell in love with it. Go on, have a taste. Free of charge. If you like it, please come back and buy some more. And who's the fool that disagrees? Why, that manager of the warehouse, goes Sana. Who else? After working all morning to prepare the food, I saw him looking after the warehouse all by himself. He looked quite tired, so I offered him some. Once he was finished, I asked him if he liked it. He said that he would have preferred something saltier and spicier. Some nerve he has talking like that, and to think that I was kind enough to offer him some. You see, I get all worked up just thinking about it. I'll be sure to teach him a thing or two about good cooking. So, let's see the snacks. No recipes though. Can't talk to Granny, but what about the boss man? One Min restaurant poster. What's this? A new twist on an old classic. One Min restaurant welcomes you. Here for the One Min restaurant experience. Hi, I'm Chef Mao. Everyone in Changhu Rock will have heard of me. Tell me more about the One Min restaurant. Well, I'm the chef. I may not be quite the culinary legend, but my daughter is. But you can be sure the One Min restaurant is a cut above all those time-honored brands you see around. Your daughter? And that's right, Xiangling. My dear daughter and my best apprentice ever. I only taught Xiangling how to cook so that she could inherit the One Min restaurant from me one day. I had no idea she'd turn out to be such a pro. Her abilities far exceed my own. But she's more than just an excellent chef. She has a real gift for innovation. She is constantly creating all these wonderful new dishes that really sets her apart from what the time-honored brands do. And it makes her dishes all the more special for people who are used to traditional cuisine. I started to worry that the restaurant might be too constricting for her, so I sent her off for a while to do some exploring in perfect art. If anyone is going to revolutionize Liu cuisine in the future, it'll be her, no doubt about it. And how's business going? Come on. How could business here at One Min restaurant be slow? One taste of our handiwork will turn most people into regulars. Speaking of regulars, we've had a young lady with a strange headdress come in pretty often lately. The vegetarian dishes on our menu seem quite to her taste. But I've noticed that she only ever orders the vegetarian dishes, and in very small amounts too. I gave her a large portion out of sympathy, but she seemed quite reluctant to accept it. Is she trying to maintain a physique? Young ladies nowadays really are serious about such things. Which type of cuisine do you do? Type of cuisine? We don't bother about ourselves with that kind of thing here. Li style and Yu style are all Zhongguan chop suey to us. We just concern ourselves with making the most delicious food imaginable, using everyday ingredients, universally loved flavors, and truly excellent cooking. Food exists to feed the hungry. It's that simple. These people who go putting systems and frameworks around everything are just amateurs that are overcompensating. They don't understand that cooking is really all about. So, now, what is this item? Any recommendations? Black back perch stew is our signature dish. Sure, you might find it in other restaurants too, but I guarantee you it won't taste anywhere near as good as ours. A generous helping of fish cooked with a special blend of chili oil made from Feiyun chili and violet grass. Beautifully tender, bursting with flavor. I've never had a single complaint from anyone who's eating it. It's a little spicy for some people though, so not all would eat it in the first place. Why not have a taste? If you like it, you can always buy some more. Hey. So now, and what else is it that we can buy here? Ingredients. Ooh, recipes. Ooh, bollocks. Recipes. Okay, let's just buy a few. All of those 5,000-ish recipes. Let's just let them be in there. I can't buy all of them. I have to remember that though. But at least he's marked because it's a... yeah, cook. Dude. What about you two? Degui and Zhiruo. How many times have I told you, if you can't get the basics right, how are you going to make any money? But I think... I know full well what you think. You think these customers should be able to eat their fill, pay a fair price for it, and then be on their jolly ways. Tell me, how exactly do you plan to make any money that way? It's a simple math. If you halve the portion size, each guest has to order twice as much, and you've doubled your income, just like that. And another thing, do you have any idea how expensive this wine is? You have to be more sparing with it. You only need to add a little bit to the food, just enough to taste. But the customers were complaining that the boozy desserts didn't seem to have any booze in them. You don't listen to the customers, you listen to me. Do you understand? Do the customers pay your salary? No, I do. They say it's bland, you tell them it's supposed to be bland. They ask why, you make something up. Tell them it's an acquired taste or something. Get them to order it again. Just whatever you do, don't go sending people away after you've already managed to get them in a shop. Well, it does kind of make sense, right? There are different ways of looking at it, really. Like most people are just working at their jobs, right? Then you have the employers, and they have a slightly different view at things. So, Gentry De'an, what do you want? Who are you? Typical young people these days care more about what's on their head than what's inside it. I don't know if you know that 10 years ago, everyone from Feiyun slope down to the dockyard knew the name Gentry De'an. Now the bank's gone, Chuyi's gone, it's such a pity. I've lived this long only to watch everything fall apart at the end. And you need a hand. Chuyi wants to help, to lend a hand, and just how do you expect to do that? Raise the dead, magically recover my lost wealth? I used to have my own bank. The Mingguo Company and the Mingguo Bank used to be the two proudest stores on this whole street. But then these bankers from Snesner started descending on the Liu financial market, all thanks to backing from Fadui. I might add, not a honest-to-God bootstrapper among them. Anyway, that marked the beginning of the end of the old guard. If I was a young man with some fight left in me, oh, you can be sure I'd be fighting to make my comeback. But there's not much an old man like me can do now. And what about the Fatui? You've never heard of them? They come over here from Snesna, flaunting their diplomatic immunity. Then they started poking around in business circles, putting feelers out. I had a bad feeling about them from the start. Then they started interfering with my business. They were intent on getting Snesnayan investment into Liu one way or another. They were just relentless. Eventually I had no choice but to sell off the bank to them. And the company, who knows how much longer it will last. Business is getting worse by the day. And what about Xiangming? What is it? I'm on middle of duty right now. Please keep your voice down. Please don't make any noise. What are you doing? Keep your voice down. If he hears us, he'll notice me. You've made me raise my voice. Thanks a bunch. Look, I serve in the Millerlift and my job is to guard this bank. I've been watching that guy for a long time now. The one pacing around by the entrance. Funny thing is, he never withdraws any money, never deposits any either. He just hangs around there all day long. Every time he comes here, I need to figure out what he's up to. That's why I've got to watch him like a hawk, in case he leaves a sign for the treasure hoarders or something. It's just what? Why does he have to stand there all day long? I can hold out, but what I can't do is hold it in. I'm desperate for the toilet. Why? Oh, why won't he just go? I'm reaching the point of no return. I got the solution for you. Diapers. So there's Lan, the one with the quest, and Brother Qian, the handyman dude, who's good at Mahjong, I believe. Can I play around? I'm an ace when it comes to yes. Alright, that was the Mahjong guy. Let's just switch the time of day real quick. I'm almost done with all the people of Liu. I'm amazed at myself. Almost got it. Perfect. So, Katheryne receptionist. Wait, what is this? You can only talk to Lan, branch master. Katheryne, receptionist, Adventurers Guild. Are you? Just welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Katheryne. That's right. I'm Katheryne, the receptionist here at the Adventurers Guild. It's my job to assign quests to our adventures and provide intelligence support. So this is all yours. What are you doing here? Because she's also in Mondstadt. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your confusion. All guild members should be well aware that Katheryne is the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild. The Liu branch can't go without a receptionist, can it? Oh, so it's more like a job title, Katheryne. Therefore, Katheryne is here. Do you have any further questions? Just talk to Katheryne. What Katheryne? Just talk to it. It's like, talk to... hell. That is amazing. It can't go without Katheryne. Therefore, Katheryne is here. It is logic that makes absolute sense, but it's also quite strange. So that was this. Aha. Let's get up there. So, nothing out of the ordinary. Is there any... Let's get higher. I think this was yeah, definitely misplaced. But at least there might be another way around. Okay, with a bit of luck I can place it right on the edge there, like this way. It's not working. Alright, then we have to do it this way then. Oh, come on! I just want to jump, and for some reason the character ignores my jump. Nope. There we go. Ah, nice. So this is the rock area thing. Captain Wu? Wait a minute, who is this? Hoi, you shouldn't sneak up on people like that, scared the life out of me. I finally made up my mind, then you made my jump and now I'm doubting myself again. What are you doing? I'm just a regular seafarer, worked hard my whole life. Made a bit of mora, now I am debating whether to put it in savings or not. What do you think I should do? Save it or put it to use? Reinvest it. But if I do that, what happens if the business goes south and I lose everything in one go? Also, the quicksand are about to make some market readjustments. There's always a risk of getting caught out by that change in policy. If that happened to me, my lifetime earnings could turn into sunk costs. Yep. That's the sunk cost fallacy, right? Like, it goes both ways. You don't want to make sunk costs, but if you have a sunken cost, then you just don't want to accept it. Shop assistant, scent of spring. So, Ying'er, well, hello. You're looking rather fetched today. Care to take a look inside? Scent of spring. I'm sure you'll find something unforgettable. What is this? Of course, as you would expect, the real deal. You didn't know they let us open our own little hideaways, nothing to worry about. Just imagine the warmth of their bodies, the smoothness, their curves under your hands. Pretty as they are, you can't have them out and about. It's not appropriate. I have to get them baked for 12 hours before I can even open shop. Wait, did you just say baked? Of course, I mean, not as intensely as these other places, but once I got them ready, they're just as good as anywhere else. All our very best are, as I described, full and elegant bodies, thinner up top, but curvaceous further down. It's what everybody is asking for these days. The clients that I have come and pick their favorite, and then off they go. They've always, they're always so glowing and satisfied. Then yeah, done. What on earth? Wait, is this a Of course. Wait, did you just say? Is this a scent of spray? So wait a minute, what is it then? She's talking about a bakery. I don't know what this image is. Maybe you can read this. Maybe it's just a Genshin Impact signage. Who knows? Could be. Ooh. Could be real writing. No. Let's drop down. Oh, wait, there's another one. Did I talk to Hong? Yeah, I did. There's a book for me. The Spring of Pearl. Who are you? Tai. Oh there, come and have a look. Each item here is a treasure you shall find in a few other places. What do you wares? Interested here, are we? Well then, allow me to tell you a little something. Look at this porcelain bottle, if you will. It may look plain, but it is a true relic, perhaps worth as much as half of Zhijhua rock. And this cancer legend has it that it has offered insults to Rex Lapis himself for 1,000 years, and he has become filled with adaptable energy in the process. And have I mentioned this teapot? It was once used by Rex Lapis himself. You will never find another like it. How much of these? How much? Oh no, I never said I was selling. In fact, you couldn't make me sell these. So what's this shop all about? That's a good one. Whoever said that the shop must need hogwares. I bought this store here precisely to show these beauties off to anyone who would pass by. Every day some ignorant bystander like you will come by and ask me these questions. That's precisely what I want. That is actually really like, yeah, you don't need to sell it. What if you just do it for the fun of it? So, Master Tsang, Blacksmith, Hunfeng, Ironmonger. Need to buy a weapon or have one custom built? Repairs are free. Just let me know if you come across any prize ores. About Hanfeng's Ironmongers, my dad left me this place when he retired. He lives in Xingxi village now. When he left me the shop, he also left me with a word of advice. A solid business is founded on solid relationships. Whenever I get laborers and miners coming in here for repairs, I never charge them for it. In return, I only ask that they keep me informed when they find any rare ore. It's every ironmonger's dream to fashion a legendary weapon, the sharpest blade of them all. Liu is the land of the Lord of Geo, so I figure this is where I'll have the best chance of finding the price ore I need. If I can get the edge over the competition right from the source, from the raw materials, I can push them out and really strengthen the Hanfeng name. So let me know if you find anything. So this was it. It's he plays for the long game. Yeah, what are you selling? Let's see. Interesting. It looks like these shops are somewhat linked, because I bought the items from the blacksmith in Mondstadt, and this may just disable me from buying the items in Liu, which is it's kind of iffy, really, because come on, 2 shops, 2 sets of items, why not? Wouldn't that make much more sense? I would say yes. So, wait a minute. Let's just have a little look around. Did I... What's behind there? Nothing. There's a... ceiling? Alright, let's have a little look around. Let's see... There's nothing up there. This is where the Adventurers Guild is. We ignore her for the moment because she will be the start of a mission. And now I'm just going in circles. Wait a minute. All the way over there. Then this. Then this. Then did I go up here? I think so. Then up there was a chest. Oh, nice rockery. Then... Oh wait, you could actually look behind buildings too, right? Yeah, then there was this and the owner of the Second Life. Oh. And another street food vendor. Yeah. Wait. Qian. Did I talk to him? Seems like I've already tried every place there is to eat around here, and I'm already tried all of them. Ah, okay. That miner again. So, Chen the Sharp. Tiger fish, get it while it's fresh and hot. How's the fish selling? Only about 1,800 sold. I'm proud to say my tiger fish is the most authentic in all of Liu. I mean, at least half the city barbecue fish is sourced from here, so if mine's no good, then nobody's is. As for how I can sell this much, well, that comes down to my Guhua blade work. The scaling, cutting, gutting a few quick swipes, and it's all over. Yep, I'm from the Guhua clan. 10 years training in seclusion. First thing I ate when I got out was this fish. Some say it's a waste of my talents being here, but can't say I agree. Our founder taught that the noblest martial virtue is to pursue that which benefits other people. I figure that as long as I do a good job, surely using my skills to fillet fish is something I can be proud of. Tell me about the clan. The mere mention of it takes me back. I do wonder what everyone's doing these days. You know, my master and all the others I trained with. As for me, I'm more than happy that I can combine keen blade work with the kitchen arts to bring my customers a delicious piping hot grilled tiger fish every single day. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while since I had such an in-depth conversation with someone. This is the sword I used to use back in the day. I doubt it'll be getting in any more sword fights again in the future, so why don't you take it off my hands? Please be a fillet. It's just recipes, that's nice. Dark iron sword. Thank you for the dark iron sword, but I actually wanted a fillet fish thing. Anyway, let's buy some snacks. Nothing. Okay, nice to have them. Owner of the Second Life, the Dongsheng. Welcome, welcome to Second Life. What would you like to buy? What's this place? We're just a small store that sells everyday goods. The name's a little special. I know I wanted to commemorate something that happened in the past. Would you care to hear how the store got its name? Yes. Well, let's hear this. I used to be an adventurer who visited every corner of the world, but the good times couldn't last. I got into an accident in Dihua Marsh and was seriously injured. Fortunately, a masked adapters came to my rescue and I was barely able to escape with my life. From that day on, I never ventured out again. This life was given to me by that adapters. I can't just throw it away that easily. An ancient adage of Liu says that a withered tree lives again, referring to life being given anew, which fits my experience exactly. That's why I adapted the last part of that saying and made it the name of the shop to commemorate that event. What was the second option for? I'm sorry, but I have other matters to attend to. It's alright. It's best to not raise old matters. A simple life is the best life after all. And this and that. Over here. So he is the salt and whatnot. This is where you can get shrimp and the like, because I don't think you can get this in Liu. And almonds too. Perfect. Yeah, that's the waypoint. Where do we go this way? This is into that little village. Let's ignore that village for now. And she is feeding the lilies. Oh wait, this is the crafting thing. Shouldn't there be a dude next to it? It zooms upwards. Now we know what's up there. Alright, let's see what happens here. And let's just look at the bulletin board with a bit of luck. This is the Changhu Rock Bulletin. Oh, it's a different one. Fuck. Come to third round knockout to enjoy our famous wine made from centuries old fermentation methods. After 3 blissful bowls of wine fermented sweet rice balls, you won't want to leave port. I'm no good at advertisement, so I just decided to post a note on the message board. Cheap and tasty Zhongshuan chop suey, fragrant, spicy, and guaranteed to satisfy your taste buds. Dear Madame Su, this is a bulletin board for announcements, not messages. To publish ads, please register with the Millilith and please refrain from posting unrelented messages. Sorry to trouble you boys. Come by for a meal when you're off your shift. I'll give you a discount. So, life can be as precious as jade. If you dig past the rocky exterior, make a cute, quick decisions in life, or you will regret missed opportunities. But while we only live once, we can enjoy the joy of jade many a time, which is more exciting embarking on a daring adventure or receiving a beautiful piece of jade. Just a small piece for a big surprise. Delight and good luck await you at the Jade Mystery. A cartload of uncut jade has just arrived. Come by to marvel its beauty and purchase if so inclined. No, there is no one to actually overlook this crafting device. Interesting. Okay, before I continue with the bulletin board, let's just talk to the Iron Tongue. Master Liu Su was once my senior. He loves to tell elegant, high-flown stories. Me, I don't track with him and his 4 cultured fellows. What are the common people unworthy of the storyteller's art now? I don't like the way he rarefies storytelling. This art was originally part of street culture. It's like trying to turn a offal from the street kitchen into divine elixir. It's just wrong-headed. Those who aren't familiar with the art might be entertained, but all the old patrons in attendance know that it's got none of storytelling original flavors. So I'm not sore at all that my senior is famous and earns a lot of money. In front of my old patrons, I dare say this much. Were I to go to the HUT whatever today and give an oration? Well, you could. So, that's not the one we need to talk to. And bollocks, that was not intended. Did I check on what was on top of this building? I don't know. How do I get up there? It's too much. Ah, okay, yeah, I checked it. Good. What is this? Strange rock. It's a huge ass geo rock. Let's see. Nope, we can't destroy it. So, let's continue with the bulletin board. I officially start as a member of the Millilith tomorrow. Let's drink until the sun rises, everyone. My stinking father said I'd never become a soldier. Well, look at me now, Pops. Tomorrow morning you are to report for patrol recruit. Remember, there's punishment for failed inspection. The Millilith need to set an example for our citizens and only post serious announcements on the bulletin board. Prestigious cooking and a sharp knife, a fast blade, roaring fire, and authentic grilled fish. If you want to eat the most authentic grilled tiger fish in Liu, come to Chen the Sharp. How's business? And do you have time to reminisce with an old friend of the Guhua clan? Certainly, just let me know where, or you could come by my restaurant, food and drinks on me. Each day, the high and low tides come to shore. Each splash of the sea differ from the last. I still sit here watching the waves join in part, thinking of you. When will you return from some vast sea far away and see this message my heart poured out for you to see? When will we be able to fulfill our promises made to each other long ago? Please do not post love letters on the bulletin board. Thank you. Half of it is just don't post it. Elegant like jade and delicate like a rose, my wares are a feast for the eyes and pleasure to judge. Smooth, shapely, soft, fragrant, and charming as a cool spring morning. Scent of spring ad again. Have even a wisp of scent of spring and you will never forget it. You and fine porcelain are perfect for each other. This is the exquisite delicacies that cater to all tastes, and all new flavor that reminds you of the good old days. One mean restaurant awaits you. Is Xingling in the kitchen today? Sincerest apologies, but my daughters are traveling the 7 nations of Teyvat, studying the culinary arts. It may be sometime before the returns. They're all just... That's also pretty iffy, right? They just want to eat at Xiangling's. I recently lost a spear that looks similar to that used by the Millelith. I will be immensely grateful if anyone helps me find it. If you find the spear, have any information as to where it may be, please meet me near the shipyard. No matter if you are Liu resident or traveler from afar, I would really appreciate your help. Okay, so there's a spear missing. When water's natural purity is preserved, disease cannot... Okay, we get this one. Response to that. The Millelith hereby remind all who come to fetch water at the Changhu rock to follow the rules and avoid polluting the water. Violators who break the rules and pollute the water source will be severely punished by the Millelith. If you pee in the water, we will cut the thing off. At Astra Beyond Square. Welcome to the Liu branch of the Adventurers Guild. When gazing at the night sky, do you find yourselves yearning to reach the stars? When overlooking a perilous abyss, do you find yourself wondering what treasure lies at the bottom? Sign up for the Adventurers Guild and let's conquer all the world's dangers and cover all the world's secrets together. Please talk to Katheryne for more information. Most mining at the chasm has been shut down, but illegal mining and smuggling activity has increased recently. We urge Liu residents to take extra caution and cooperate with Millelith soldiers as they work to apprehend the smugglers. Jade vendors should similarly strictly abide by the law. Heavy fines will be issued to anyone engaging in the sale of smuggled minerals. Come have a relaxing evening tea at Yong'an Tea House, a safe haven after a hard day of work. Our establishment only serves the highest quality teas. A deposit is required when entering. Thank you for your understanding. Han Feng's cold blades are sharp as can be. Han Feng's ironmongers is the blacksmith of the people. Whether you are a gallant knight or a common old lady, we have just the blade for you. Who is that fox at the Yong'an Tea House? Last time I had the misfortune of sharing a table with her, I spent all of my money. I can't stand to even think of these beady fox eyes. I forgot that she's the tea house steward. She acts like a swindler. If the fox sees this post, please respond, just so how arrogant you are when I get my friends to come. Don't worry, your friends are already waiting for you at the dock. I went ahead and bought some medicine for them. You can pick it up first. Due to popular demand from residents and Millelith alike, a special space at the South Wharf has been designated for performances by the up-and-coming Xingyuan. Enthusiasts of fontaine music are welcome to come and enjoy, but please maintain order when attending to avoid injury yourself or others. Please do not insult my craft. My unique sound belongs to me, not fontaine. There has been smuggling activity recently in the area, near Bibo's fish market. We ask residents to be vigilant and report any suspicious activity to the Millelith. Furthermore, by order of the Quixing, the Millelith will be increasing license inspection of vendors at Bibo's fish market. We ask vendors to prepare their licenses accordingly. Fresh fish stalls. Fish is absolutely fresh. Fair prices for high quality. No haggling place. Fresher fish stalls. Fish is absolutely fresh. Our service is to top notch and prices are low. And waters. Da 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 da. Okay, we got this one. Pollution. Yada yada yada. All right. And the rest, I think, just cycles through. All right. So I got all of this. I got all of this. There are 2 quests, and with this, basically, we can end this episode and continue, of course, at another time. Right? Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-da! It's not where we usually end things, but look at this. That's also a nice place. Ta-ta!